Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I made a video, but we are back, and today we're going to talk about hiking for a little bit. Back in May of 2023, it's currently October of 2023, I showed off this Outdoor Products Brands Venture Pack. I picked it up at Walmart for like $17 or $18, and I used it on several hikes this summer. It holds just the right amount of gear for a day pack, say maybe a 2-day venture out into the woods. I also discovered quite a bit about weight distribution, what I needed and what I did need when I was out hiking. The one thing I did discover, however, is when I'm doing hikes and we're pushing, say, more than 3 miles per hike, this little liter and a half water bottle doesn't cut it. And I didn't want to lug a bunch of plastic bottles with me or disposables, etc., a bunch of extra weight that I didn't need. So I decided to go ahead and pick up the Outdoor Products 2-liter hydration reservoir. Now, this is the exact same brand as the hiking pack that I bought, made by Outdoor Products. If you're not familiar with this brand, it's kind of like Walmart's answer to Coleman, and I know that Walmart carries Coleman brand, but this is kind of a step above Ozark Trail. Inexpensive, fairly functional, just easy to use outdoor products. I don't know necessarily if it's going to be as durable as, say, a Camelback, probably not. But at $12.77, I wanted to give it a try. Plus, it would give me that hydration that I need. And the best part about this Venture Pack, if you remember my video back in May, and I'll put a link to it at the end of this video, the Venture Pack has a built-in pocket for a hydration bladder. So it has the hangers in it, and it's got a spot on it somewhere that you can run a straw out of it, and you can use this, you can take sips while you're out hiking. Well, I've got a hike coming up this weekend, so I'm definitely going to make sure I have a lot more liquid with me this time, even though it's going to be a lot cooler. You still want to stay hydrated when you're out on the trail. So real quick, let's just talk about the features that this Outdoor Products hydration bladder has. It is BPA free, which is a pretty important thing. It is a reservoir style, so it's going to have to be hung in a backpack in some way, shape, or form. It has an on-off bite valve, so I believe that when you bite it, it allows you to, intake the water. When you let go, just with the pressure of your mouth, it does close off the valve, so you don't have to sit there and mess with anything with your hands while you're out. Makes it much easier to manage. Unscrew the hose for easy cleaning. That's important because if this thing sits full of water, you got to worry about bacteria and other kinds of crud and crap building up in it, which you don't want. And unscrew the flat cap for an easy fit. So we're going to take it out of the package and take a look at it and just see how it does. On Amazon, I didn't look for this particular brand, but the hydration bladders start at like $10 for 1 liter and about $11.25 for 2 liters. So at $11.77 at your local Walmart, coupled with a $17 pack, you really can't go wrong. Honestly, if I was going to do this again, I'd probably get a pack that comes with a hydration pack built into it or that ships along with it. It would have saved me 2 trips to Walmart and a little bit of money. So let's take the hydration bladder out of the package. We'll take a look at it. We're going to fill it up, and then we're going to put it in the pack and just see how well it functions. The only thing my pack doesn't currently have in it right now is a raincoat, which I will be packing for this weekend. Maybe a pair of hat and gloves because it's supposed to be about 39 degrees in the morning and heat up to about 59 degrees by the afternoon. So let's go ahead and get this out of the box and let's take a look and see how it is. Now, I've owned a Camelback before. In fact, I think we did a video test on one on the channel a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, I gave it up because I wasn't into hiking and outdoorsy stuff, didn't see a use in it. Now I'm regretting that decision. So if anybody ever gives you a Camelback water hydration pack for free, make sure that you go ahead and keep it. All right, so it looks like we have some nice, good seam sealing going on around here. Seems like a fairly thick plastic. Last drop system is what it says. You do have measurements of how much water you have left, so it starts at 2 liters, 64 ounces, and it goes down from there. If you hold it up, you can see how much water you've consumed. I really like that. That's a cool feature. Looks like down here is where your hose is going to attach on the bottom. Okay, on the back of it, they've got the cleaning and storage instructions. We don't really have to worry about that. If you guys decide to buy it, then you can check that out if you need to. Outdoor Recreation Group, LA, California, outdoorproducts.com. Might have to check out their catalog and see what they have. So one really cool feature I want to point out, not sure if this is in focus for you guys or not, but open and close shut-off valve. So squeeze to drink, but you also have a valve that you can override that and close it, so even if you press on it, it's not going to leak out. So you do have a shut-off valve, which is a very nice feature, so we'll test that out too. All right, so filling this thing up is super easy. Also, there's a plastic molded, like a loop on here that you can use to put your strap through to put in your backpack. So if you have a strap that's about 1 inch wide, it should fit okay. So let's go ahead and fill it up real quick. Filling it up super easy. This is probably about 3 inches in diameter. And we're going to fill it up and we're going to wash it off, but I just want to show you real quick how easy it is to fill. Hopefully this is all on camera for you here, guys. It only takes a few seconds. So again, super easy to fill up. I do have the valve on the bottom here that's not plugged in just yet, so I'm just cleaning it out, running some water through it, but again, this thing fills up really, really fast. All right, welcome to my kitchen, and here we go. This is what the hydration pack looks like when it's all full. It's rated at 120 degrees Fahrenheit to -5 degrees Fahrenheit, or for those of you that believe in that archaic thing called the metric system, 50 degrees Celsius to -20 degrees Celsius. They tell you don't mix any alcohol, apparently no fruit juice, and no milk in there. So you want to just put straight water, maybe some sort of like an electrolyte mix, I suppose, if you do that kind of thing. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's pretty decent right now. There is no O-ring gasket on this. It's just kind of a soft plastic screw-in cap. I think that's okay. And again, really, you're not going to have much water getting up past this area that you fill anyway if you only fill it up to the 1 liter mark. And then we've also got the bite valve right here. So let's go ahead and test the little bite valve and the hose and see how well it works. And that works just fine. You got to use a pretty decent amount of bite pressure to really get the water out of it, but that's a good thing because if you just let go, it's going to kind of self-seal, so it's not going to leak all over the place when it's hanging off your backpack. And like I said, you also have that manual shutoff valve. All right, let's go ahead and mount it in the backpack. We'll kind of show off how that's going to work, and then we will go from there. All right, guys, so the Outdoor Products bag has a strap in the top right here that you can use that's going to go through that plastic loop in the molding that I showed you earlier in the reservoir pouch. There's a pouch in the back here that would fit like a small tablet, I suppose, maybe in like an ultralight computer, a small computer. But again, that's basically designed to hold the bag, to hold the bladder in place for your water. And then in the back here, you have a spot where your hose is going to come out. This is already cut. It's got elastic, so it stays tight over the top of it, so it should stay watertight. And then you can use this little pull right here to funnel the hose through it if you want to, or if you want to just push it right over off to the left side or go through here, go off to the left side, you also have another strap that you could push that water hose through, and then, you know, maybe get some sort of a clamp system or some sort of tape if you want to, but really I think it's going to work fine. So I did go ahead and take out my yoga pants, my warm-up pants over there, and we're going to go ahead and load up the water bag and the hydration pack, and we'll see how it fits and feels. All right, hang tight. All right, so here's what it looks like when you put the water bladder in the backpack itself. This is how it sits. This is actually kind of hanging up about an inch or two from the bottom of the pack. So this little strap, like I mentioned before, it does go into the loop and it does keep it contained, which is just fine. The hose comes up from the bottom. It does run through that little hole that I pointed out to you guys, and then it goes across your pack right here through the loop, through this loop, and then back over the top, and it's secure. So I can let this thing hang off if I want to, or I can move it up if I want to. If I need to, I can maybe just throw a piece of tape on it to hold stuff out of the way, but this is not a bad little setup. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to load my raincoat, my warm-ups, socks, protein bars, all that stuff in the bag as it would be when I go on my hike this weekend, and we're gonna see how well it fits and feels on my back. We'll see if we notice any kind of weird pressure on the back, because a little pack like this, you really notice it if you don't pack stuff properly. It can put odd pressure points on your back when you're wearing it. All right, so let's get everything loaded up, and then we'll go and give you one final take on it. All right, guys, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I do feel a little bit of that pressure in the middle of my back. That bladder is resting in there, but it's soft, so it's not pressing in. There's nothing hard pressing up against my back, which is fine. I've got my full pack. Everything's loaded up right now, except for the extra weight of my spare water bottle, which I don't have right now because I'm not heading out. I might almost consider a larger backpack at this point, just because this feels a little bit small overall, but it's totally usable. It's not too much, it feels just right. I mean, the weight distribution is really good. So real quick, let me just kind of show you what it looks like full pack. This is what we're dealing with the water bladder in the backpack itself. Again, you can pretty much go with whatever size pack you want, but I'm pretty happy with it right now. It looks pretty good. And let's go ahead and test it out. So I've got the hose running over the top, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab it and open up the valve. And again, you just simply bite down, and that's all you gotta do to get your water. In fact, I think the pressure of me, the bladder pushing up against my back, the weight of everything else in there, creates a nice positive pressure through the hose. Water just comes right out. So I think this is gonna be my hydration option for now, and just kind of tucks off to the side, and that's it, stays out of the way. So for $12.77, I think it's a pretty good deal. All right, I got one more thing I want to mention before we wrap up this video, so hang tight, we'll come right back. All right, guys, so the only thing I don't like about this is when you go into the manual, they don't give you just a definite warranty timeline on it. It simply says go to the website for the warranty information. My understanding of this is that it's covered for 45 days for return or exchange. Obviously, if it would fail before then, say within the first 30, I would just go ahead and take it back to Walmart. And then like on their frame packs and backpacks and things like that, it looks like they have a multi-year warranty. But at $12.77, I don't think it'd be worth the shipping to send it in to get a new one. Seriously, I mean, I'll probably just buy a different one or go with with a different brand, etc. So anyway, but Outdoor Products, they've been around for 50 years, which is interesting because my first experience with them was back in May at Walmart. Again, the products looked fairly well made, and everything unscrews for easy cleaning, and the manual goes through that with you, so you know exactly what's going on. But otherwise, that's it. So we're gonna get a couple hikes down the road here, and then we'll report back and let you know how well it's functioning, let you know if I have any problems, but it seems like a pretty sturdy design. So anyway, guys, this is Travis P11. Thanks for watching. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe. Thanks for watching my review of the Hydration 2-liter reservoir made by Outdoor Products. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.